Right, it's time to do this. It's time to finish off this dungeon and be done with it. Thank God for that. Alright. Okay, so in this episode we're going to be taking on the 5th boss of the game. Actually not that hard of a boss really. It's kind of obvious we're going to die here though, unfortunately. Sucks, but no, well, what are you going to do? So you want to use the spells that you want to use to fight this boss. You want to use shield. You want to use jump. I don't think you need anything else, really. You don't need reflect, you don't need fire. So just use shield and jump. I think that's really all you need to use. You just basically crouch, hit him, jump away from his ball and chain, and rinse and repeat. That's all you gotta do. It was kind of like a jab fest. Jab right in the dick. Yeah, see, it's not too hard. You just gotta be very careful of this thing because it does extend quite a lot, but as you see, we did it without taking a hit. Wasn't too bad, and you get 500 EXP for killing him as well. It's a damn shame we didn't gain our level from that though, but we'll gain our level definitely from putting this crystal in. Yay! So that brings us up. I think our magic's going to increase now to the next level. Yeah, to level 7. So with that, we will be on our way to, well, pretty much we will be going to the direction of the 6th palace, but we won't be able to get into the 6th palace without. Well, you can actually go straight to the 6th palace if you want, but it's highly recommended that you do this other thing first before going there, because it saves a lot of time, especially when navigating through the dungeon. So, but you'll see what I mean when we get there. Now that we have the flute, we can wake up this river devil. I think that's what he's called, and he'll disappear and open up the path for you, kind of like Snorlax in Pokemon. You know, you play the poker flute, and it wakes up Snorlax. I think that's kind of. I'm pretty sure that's where they got it from in Pokemon. They got it from here. Yeah, they had to have done, because it's basically the same thing. Okay, so just avoid the rocks if you can. Yeah, this does take quite a lot of maneuvering skills, so just try and look for where they throw. It is kind of a predictable pattern, but you do find yourself getting hit more often than not, so just be careful. Ow. Of course you had to hit me just as I was about to leave the screen. Cheeky son of a bitch. Yeah, those are the Lizalfoss, those things, that's what. I was getting them mixed up with freaking Dodongos, man. The only reason I didn't think they were Dodongos is because you don't bomb the Dodongos in this game, you know. I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos and all that jazz. Oh, there's fairies. I need fairies, man. I need fairies. Why? Why did you have to leave me? Why did you have to forsake me in such a cruel way? God damn it. Yeah, of course, I totally wanted to go into the even harder enemy sequence. Thank you. Highly appreciate it. Alright, you have to go through this cave right here. Actually, no, we can get a life refill from a heart container, which is what I'm going to do right now, I think, because normally I would get it before going to the 6th palace, but might as well do it now, because it's basically sitting here, right here, waiting for you to pick it up. You might as well do it right now while you have the chance. Just walk along the coast here and there will be a secret spot you can walk on that will take you to a screen with a heart container, the last heart container you'll pick up in the game. So we have all heart containers. We don't have all magic containers, but we'll be getting that very shortly, probably towards the end of this episode actually. So come through this cave right here, and There will be a bunch of Lizalfoss you'll have to fight coming through here, unfortunately, so just be wary. Mostly Tektites, to be honest, and Tektites are a pain in the ass because you can't kill them without the fire spell, so that makes killing Tektites more of a nuisance. Anyway, you might be wondering why we're going through this cave right now, instead of going to the 6th palace. Well, the reason for that is because we're going to be discovering a hidden town. Using the ability of the hammer, like, surprisingly enough. Yeah, the hammer can actually not only break down blocks, but it can also uncover hidden areas in foresty scenarios. Like, you can break down the grassy patches with the hammer. And there's a hidden town underneath one of these patches. There it is. So this is the secret town of... hidden town of Kasuto. I know nothing. Great, thank you for your help. Thank you so much. I mean, look at this guru right over here, you know, he's like the wisdom of all wisdom. So knowledgeable. Right, so there is a person in this... there is 2 things you can get from this town, one of which is the magic container. And the other... well, actually, you can get a spell here, too. Actually, no, there's 3 things you can get in this town, then. There's 3 things. There's a spell that you can get. And there's, the magic container that you can get as well. I don't know if this is the magic container. You deserve my help. Follow me. Now, this might be the magic container, or it might be the spell. I'm really not sure. But we'll find out. Nope, it's the magic container. I think the spell, you have to jump across the roofs again, and you have to go down, like, the chimney. It's one of those kind of things you have to do to get the spell. And then you use the spell in this town at the end portion of the town. There's, like, a deserted area that's completely empty. You use the spell there, and you bring up a hidden building. And inside that building, you'll find the ultimate key, which basically means you don't have to pick up any keys. It's basically like the key in Zelda 1, where all key doors are just basically openable now. They're accessible without having to pick up keys throughout the dungeon. So very handy indeed. We will definitely be benefiting from that, especially as we go up towards the 6th dungeon and the 7th dungeon. But I don't think in the 7th dungeon you have key doors. No, I don't think so. So is it in? It might even be in here actually. Yeah, it is. You go through the chimney. That's right. And he'll be in here. Remember the magic word. So you get a spell called spell. And you're probably wondering what you do with that. Well, the spell is the spell that I mentioned that you use at the end of the town to reveal a hidden building, which we'll be doing right now. We did actually go into it. You saw like a small preview of the deserted area of town, which is through this entranceway, and you see that there's nothing here. It's basically a dead end. Now at first glance you'd think, well, there's nothing here, what do I do? Well, you use the spell, and you bring up the building, so you can go inside now. It's a pretty tall building too, and it's no different than a wizard room basically. You pick up the key and there you go, and it does count as one of your items to 100% completion, so we'll get that, and that's what we need to do in this town. I will get a magic refill because I'll in between episodes I'm going to be doing some grinding to get some levels before we take on the 6th palace. I don't know if I'll record the 6th palace today because I've recorded a lot today. Every video every video from the 4th dungeon up until now, up until this point, is how much I've recorded in this recording session, so I've been recording for quite a while, so I need to take a break. But I'm going to show you the grinding spot, and this is the grinding spot. But you don't want to grind off of these enemies. You want to grind off the orange Lizalfoss because they give more experience. For some reason, I don't know why, the orange Lizalfoss gives 150 EXP per one that you kill, but the red ones only give 100, I think. But the red ones are more harder to kill. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just like a way of the game saying, like, I don't know, giving you some form of sympathy for fighting all those blue iron knuckles throughout the game. They're like, yeah, you know what, you deserve something more rewarding. We're gonna give you more EXP for killing weaker enemies. But yeah, this is the best way to level up, so just keep doing this until you get your save your last level, don't get your last level. Grind until you have one more level left to gain. So basically, I think the last level that you gain is your attack. So when you get attack up to 7, do not gain the next level. Wait until you get the crystal in the statue in the 6th palace, because you will always gain an automatic level for every crystal you put in the statue. So the crystal that you put in the 6th statue should be your last level. Don't grind it, because there's no point. It just makes more sense to get the crystal. But yeah, I'll be doing this off screen in between episodes, so. And if you run low on health, there's always the town that you can utilize to get your health and your magic back, so it's a good vantage point. So anyway guys, I'm going to end off the episode here and continue on the next episode. So in the next episode of Let's Play Zelda 2 The Adventure Link, we shall, well, I'll have all my levels ready for the 6th palace, so we'll be taking on the 6th palace pretty much straight away as soon as we start the next episode. So until then, this is NDM saying thanks for watching, take care everybody, see you in the next video, and goodbye.